love like crazy and who love you the same way back. You forget your head and you listen to your heart.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? All right, so today I want to talk to y'all about how to grab up Hex, right? All right, so what Hex is a cryptocurrency. Now, I know you heard of things like Bitcoin, you heard of things like Ethereum, or you may have heard of other cryptocurrencies, but what was different about Hex is that you can actually stake this coin, right? So what I mean by stake it is pretty much like a CD loan in a bank. You put your money in, and you can't take your money out for however long you agreed upon the terms that you'll keep your money in that bank. And if you do so, you're able to earn some more interest than you can like in a regular savings account, right? So say for example you stake your money in a bank, for however long, you earn 1.5 2% interest or whatever it may be. It's the same thing with Hex. You stake your coins, your crypto, and you stake it for however long you want it to be, and you earn more interest back. All right, but you're going to earn more interest than you would in a traditional bank account, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and I'm going to explain how. Now if you look over here, this is pretty much what I have in store, what I have planned to tell you guys about, right? Because I feel like this list would give you guys more of a pretty much more of a broad understanding, but there is more research that you're gonna have to do on your part. But you want to do research on crypto in general, all right, not just Hex, because Hex will make a lot more sense if you just know crypto more as a whole. All right, so pretty much what we're gonna go through, we're gonna explain what is Hex. All right, we're gonna get you guys familiar with what is Hex. How do you get Hex? There's a few ways on how to get it. Show you guys how to get it. Wallets to get before you start collecting crypto assets. All right, so not just only Hex, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, any crypto, you have to have some type of wallet, and I'm going to explain what those wallets are. Right, so you want to get that. How do you get BTC and ETH? If you don't know, if you're new to crypto, it's pretty much each crypto coin has an abbreviation, and BTC is an abbreviation of Bitcoin. ETH is an abbreviation of Ethereum. All right, those are two cryptocurrencies, and you're gonna see these abbreviations throughout this video. So if you see the abbreviation, just know it's a cryptocurrency. Also, I'm gonna touch on how do you transfer ETH into Hex. All right. I'm going to show you guys how to use Uniswap into Hex. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange, and I'm going to get a little bit into, not too deep, but a little bit into decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. Okay. I'm also going to show you guys how to use your referral code, because everybody that signs up, or I should say everybody that holds Hex, they have their own referral code. All right, so I'm going to show you how to use that referral code to get you more Hex. All right, I'm going to show you guys why to stake Hex and how do you stake it. All right, because you could just hold Hex, you could just hold it freely and not stake it, meaning that you could sell it anytime, use it, do whatever you want with it at any time. But if you stake it, you can't touch it at all. So I'm going to show you the comparison of why to stake, or maybe you want to hold freely, but I'm just going to show you what that's about. I'm going to show you guys, explain to you guys what the big payday is. All right, now the big payday is an event that happens in a few weeks. Right now it's October 9th and November 19th, so a little bit over a month. This is an event called the Big Payday, which happens for the stakers that hold Hex. So I'm going to explain to you guys about that. That's something that you really want to pay attention to, because you're going to make a lot of extra Hex on that day. All right. Also, I'm going to explain to you guys, but we're going to explore the hex.com page a little bit, so you guys get kind of familiar with it. And also, I'm going to show you guys some websites that give more of an analytics look and statistics look on Hex. It goes deep into it, but it's different websites for different things that you may want to find out about Hex, right? So I'm going to show you guys about that. Now, people want to know, hey, everybody is right to be, everybody has the right to be curious, and it makes more sense, right? But people want to know, is Hex a scam, right? Because it's, some people would say, hey, crypto's a scam as a whole. Some people were saying back in the day that Bitcoin was a scam, and hey, obviously it proved not to be. But people are saying, not everybody, but some people are saying that Hex could be a scam. So we're gonna go deep into that, not too deep, but because I want you guys to do your own research on it. But we'll go into it, and also I'll give you my personal opinions on what I think, if Hex is a scam or not, right? And also what should you do after watching this video, right? Because this is not just, it's an educational video, but it's just not an entertainment video like you just watch it and cool, like, all right, cool, like I got all this information, and you don't do anything with it. So I'm gonna show you guys what you should do. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not saying, hey, go dump all your bread in, all your money into to a cryptocurrency. And you got to do your own research, and I'm gonna tell you guys and show you guys what research to do and make the best decision for yourself. All right, okay, so now let's get into it. So now, what is Hex? Pretty much, Hex is a cryptocurrency just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, just like XRP, just like VeChain. All those names that I'm naming that you may not be familiar with, depending if you're new to crypto, all those are cryptocurrencies. So there's like about maybe, I don't know, there's hundreds of cryptocurrencies, right? You have cryptocurrencies that are actually useful in society. Like, so say for example, VeChain is it's a cryptocurrency or a blockchain that I would say it's a blockchain, but it's a cryptocurrency as well. But pretty much you're able to scan products and you know exactly where it's coming from. So you're able to, like, say for example, you have meat. You're able to scan the meat that there'll be like a like a barcode on it. You're able to scan it, and it shows where you're scanning it, the temperature of the room, this and that. So you're able to track certain things. You're able to track like Mercedes, for example. I'm not gonna go too deep into these cryptos, but I'm just giving you a little heads up on how cryptos and blockchains work. But you have like Mercedes, they're in connection with VeChain, and they're able to scan the parts and make sure the parts are legit at the Mercedes manufacturing places, right? Or it might be BMW. I might have this confused, but anyways, there's certain cryptocurrencies that are useful for certain things. Bitcoin, that's probably the one that you heard the most of, but Bitcoin is pretty much, it really doesn't do anything. It's just a currency, all right? It's pretty much just a currency. Ethereum is also a cryptocurrency, but Ethereum is one of the most important cryptocurrencies because a lot of crypto coins are ran off of Ethereum. All right, it was built on Ethereum. So like I said, this video will be way too long if I go way too deep into all of these. So you're gonna have to do your own research to get familiar with crypto as a whole. But pretty much that's what crypto is, and you can't have a non-legit Bitcoin or something like that. You can't have a non-legit Ethereum, because all these coins, they go through the blockchain, and in the blockchain there's these miners that make sure all these transactions are legit. So you can never have a counterfeit Bitcoin. You can never have a counterfeit Hex. The only way you can have a counterfeit or something like that is if somebody tries to create a coin and name it similarly, but you're gonna know. You're gonna see, all right, this is not the same thing. Like if I make a Bitcoin and I call it Bitcoin pillow or something like that, right? Or Bitcoin microphone, like people are gonna know that's not Bitcoin. So anyways, that's pretty much, there's a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. Hex is one of the cryptocurrencies, and pretty much that's what it is. Now, what makes this cryptocurrency different is that you can stake it. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies that you can't stake. There's a few that you can stake, but to my knowledge, nothing has these type of staking rewards that other cryptos has. Also, another thing about Hex is that Hex isn't even fully launched yet, right? It's still in the launch phase. Right now, if we go to the day, right now we're in day 313, and 351 is the end of the launch phase, all right? So we're still in the launch phase, and then after that day 351, that's when it becomes fully adopted, and it'll be on a lot more exchanges and stuff like that, where you could be able to get Hex. So right now there's only about 2 or 3 ways that you could get Hex: Uniswap, and through the adoption amplifier through hex.com, which is where we're mostly going to be showing you how to get Hex through. mostly want to get it through hex.com. Yes, that's where you're gonna get the best deal. Not all the time, but you know, you're gonna want to check back and forth. If you're buying hex a certain day, you just want to check all the exchanges and stuff like that. But I'm gonna let you guys know on how to spot where you're gonna get the best deal or how to get hex. All right. So pretty much that's what hex is. You know, and is not like one person's controlling hex. All cryptocurrencies, they run on it's like it's called a white paper. It's kind of like a contract on how the code works, pretty much, right? And you're able to read the code, and you're able to look at the contract and the white paper and see, you know, what you're putting your money into and how it's supposed to work. And to be honest, I'm gonna be 100% transparent. Like a lot of the cryptos that I invest in, I really don't look that deep into it. I do research on it, but I don't really look too deep into like the code and stuff like that. I'll look at the white paper and I'll see, you know, I'll skim it through real quick. But I get a lot of my information from other YouTubers and stuff like that. Being that I'm new and into crypto, I really don't have the knowledge to be reading code and to be reading and to understand everything that's on the white paper. All right, so I get my knowledge from that, but also get my knowledge from most of my knowledge from a lot of other YouTubers. And I look at the market, I see what's going on, and you know, you got to kind of use common sense and just do the best research that you can. All right, so pretty much that's what it is. So hex can't be controlled by this one person. Hex is a code. All right, and it can't be manipulated. And people will think, hey, well, something could get hacked. Yeah, something could get hacked, but pretty much, like, I really don't know. Like, you gotta really do your research, I guess, on to see if it could get hacked. You know, that's the thing. Ever since I've been in crypto, I haven't really heard anything about that many cryptocurrencies being hacked. So yeah, Hex has had a 100% uptime ever since it launched. So it's never been down, it's never been hacked. Stuff like Bitcoin, I don't even believe has been hacked or anything like that. Do your own research, see what's up. But my knowledge, yeah, cryptos aren't getting hacked, like, you know, not that I know of. So all right, so that's pretty much what Hex is. All right. Now let's see what else we got here. So how do you get Hex? All right, now I briefly touched on that. Like, you get Hex in a few ways. You get Hex through decentralized exchange called Uniswap, and through the adoption amplifier on hex.com. All right, so now let me log on. Right, so uniswap.org, you could launch the app right here, and through all these exchanges, you want to have a wallet called MetaMask, because without that wallet, you wouldn't be able to use Uniswap, you wouldn't be able to use Uniswap, and you wouldn't be able to use hex.com. All right, so now we're on Uniswap, and I actually have this already set up because I was doing research on it earlier. Let me just make sure that's all right. So now, say for example, right, if you wanted to get Hex off of Uniswap, it would be 1 ETH would be 848. I'm sorry, 1 ETH is equal to 84,842 Hex. That's on Uniswap. If we look at the exchange on Uniswap, let's go here, 1 inch. Okay, so we go here, 1 ETH is 85. So you're actually getting a better deal on Uniswap because you get 85,000. And through hex.com, now if we look at this, right, we're gonna go to the transform lobby. This is pretty much where you're gonna exchange ETH into Hex. All right, so you're pretty much doing the same thing that you would do on Uniswap and Uniswap, but you're actually using hex.com, and this is where you're gonna get the best deal. So so now, for example, right, this right here, this 510, I'm gonna get more deep into this as we go along because this is not really the right time to, but pretty much just a quick summary. This right here, this is the total amount of Hex that are given throughout the day, and your ETH, this is how much ETH was was put into the lobby, and this is how much hex is distributed to the people that put the ETH into the lobby. All right, so now this lobby just opened up because day 313 just started. So right now we're only 2 hours, well actually no, we're only 1 hour and 2 minutes into day 313. So we have 23 hours to put the ETH in to get whatever deal we could, and day 314 would then start. All right, so obviously I didn't put any hex in, or I didn't put any ETH in into these last few days. The last day I put it in was on 308. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna actually put Ethereum into this lobby, so to show you guys how to get this hex. All right, through the go.hex.com platform. All right, so now before we even get into that though, I gotta show you guys wallets to get before you start collecting crypto assets. All right, this is like pretty much the most important part, because you gotta have your crypto stored somewhere, and the only way you're gonna have it stored is either on the exchange where you get your crypto, or you're gonna have it on your wallets. You're gonna put it on your wallets, your digital wallets or hardware wallets, right? And pretty much the difference, like a hardware wallet is kind of like a USB drive, but you're able to put your cryptos on there, and pretty much it can't be hacked, because it's hardware. Also, you want to put your wallet, your coins, your crypto on digital wallets, and digital wallets, they're secure. It's not the highest security because it's not external, it's not a hardware, but the digital wallets are pretty secure. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about any digital wallets being hacked or anything like that. But you want to keep your cryptos on your digital wallets, all right? And I'm gonna explain the wallets that you want to get, but also now the reason why you want to keep it on wallets is because you don't want to keep your cryptos on exchanges. Reason being is because exchanges, from what I heard, this doesn't happen frequent. You want to do your own research on this, but some crypto, some exchanges in the past were hacked, and some people lost their crypto coins because they kept their crypto on the exchange. Now, if you could keep your crypto on the exchange, you can actually do that, but it's not the smartest thing to do, because you don't own that crypto until you take it off that exchange. All right, it'll just still be there. It's kind of like, how can I explain it? It's pretty much like if you have a bank, and I guess banks would have some type of insurance to make sure you get your money back. But say, for example, there's like 2 banks in the world or something, or 2 banks in your town, and they have your money. You don't really hold that. You don't hold that money because like the bank is holding it. You don't own, like you that's yours. You claimed it, but you don't really. It's probably a bad analogy, but you don't have that money in your hand. So that bank gets robbed. Then where does your money go? Like, think about it like the Wild Wild West days where they're robbing banks and stuff like that, right? In those Western films. Like, I assume that money that's stored in the bank, like, there's no way to get it back if it gets robbed. So it's pretty much the same thing with using an exchange, and you keep your money on that exchange, or you keep your crypto on that exchange. If that exchange gets hacked, then your crypto is gone. Okay? So now the thing with having your crypto on wallets is this thing called the smart keys, I believe it is, or crypto keys, or smart keys. I may have that mixed up, but each wallet has keys for it, the smart keys for it, and you're able to you as long as you have those keys, you'll always have your crypto. Okay, so you always want to keep your crypto on a wallet aside from the exchange. Now, some exchanges would have a wallet built into it. Now, I'm not really too sure how safe that is. You know what I mean? For a small amount, I'll leave some of my crypto on those wallets that are actually built into the exchange. But I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket and keep everything on there. I'll either put it on a digital wallet or a external wallet, a hardware wallet. I don't have a hardware wallet because I don't have that much crypto. But once I do start accumulating more crypto, I would get a hardware wallet. Okay, So that's something you want to look into. But right now, we're just going to be explaining how to get the digital wallets. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys a video that I recorded on on my phone the other day, and I accidentally wasn't even recording the audio. So it just has a video, but I'm just going to explain what's going on. And right now, I'm going to explain how to get Bitcoin through through Cash App. Okay. So now you can get Bitcoin through Cash App, but now the thing is though is that you want to have some place to put that Bitcoin after you get it through Cash App, right? So now real quick, there's gonna be a wallet that's called Exodus. This is what you're gonna get first. This is the first thing that you should get. Okay, you're gonna get a Exodus wallet. Just Google it, exodus.io, and pretty much you're gonna download it. Okay. I'm not gonna explain how to download it because I believe I have it on this computer. If I don't, it's out one. But you could download it on your desktop, on your computer, or you could download it on your phone. I have it downloaded on both. Okay, so you want to get this Exodus app, and this Exodus app, you're gonna be able to have all the cryptocurrencies, but not all of them. It's pretty much whichever one works with Exodus, but you're gonna be for the most part, the most important ones, the most important cryptos. Is going to be on this Exodus app. All right. I wouldn't even say the most important because Hex is pretty much an important crypto and it's not on the Exodus app yet. I would say the most mainstream cryptos are on the Exodus app. So, okay. So now, yeah, once you get that Exodus app, so actually, if you want to follow along, while this video goes and to actually do it yourself, then we could do that as well. But just keep in mind that there may be some roadblocks because when you sign up for certain exchanges or certain things, it may take like a day to get approved or something to that case. So if that's the case and you just want to get the information now today, and that's cool, but you can refer back to this video once it clears. Say for example, if you have to upload your ID to one of these exchanges like Binance, we're going to be using Binance today. So if there's a roadblock, then it's okay. Just finish watching the video just so you get see how to get this hex, and then refer back once you get that email that your identification has cleared and you're good. But it may take a day, it may take a few hours. I'm not really too sure. It's been a while since I signed up for Binance, but just keep that in mind. All right. So now let's get to it. So all right, we're gonna open up this first video. This is me buying Bitcoin through Cash App. Okay, so like I said, I'm just gonna kind of skim through this because I didn't have a recording. Okay, so now pretty much I'm just opening up the Cash App right now, and it shows that my balance is $22.89. So what I can do, I could use this balance that's in my Cash App, and I could buy Bitcoin with it. All right. So now I clicked on the bottom right here, and pretty much it opens up the Bitcoin right here, stocks and Bitcoin. So right now we're in the Bitcoin section. You don't want to be in the stocks, you want to be in Bitcoin. So now what we're gonna do, we click buy, and then we just select the amount that we want. Okay. So so let's go back there. All right, so buy. Then you're gonna click these three dots right here, and once you click those three dots, you're gonna put the amount that you have in your wallet. So let's go back to the actually $22. That would be it, but we want to get the exact amount. So $22.89 is what we have. So let's go back to buy. Let's put that in, $22.89, and then we're gonna click next, and then it's gonna show all the information here. So it shows how much BTC we're gonna get. It shows the exchange rate right now. One Bitcoin is worth $10,890. It shows the Bitcoin purchase price, and it shows how much the total cost is. So the fee for the people that's mining, they got to get their fee, so they're gonna get 52 cents for the Bitcoin mining fee. So that's what we're end up with right now. Worth of Bitcoin, we're gonna get $22.37. So we click that at the bottom, and now we purchased it. So right after we purchase, sometimes I get that notification right there. Sometimes it might take a little minute, but I believe Cash App, they already had their Bitcoin bought so it doesn't really have to go to the mining right away. To my best of my knowledge, I'm not really too sure, but do your own research. So this just shows right here all the Bitcoin transactions that I made. Pretty much, you know, what I sold, what I bought, the total. So that's pretty much all that. Now if I refresh it, it's gonna show what I just bought because it's not showing right now. But all right, let's see, because Monday. All right, so there it goes right there. So that's what I just bought. Well, when I did this, I'm actually hovering, doing a voiceover, but when I did this recording, that's what I bought right there, $22. So now it shows how much I have in Bitcoin, $22.38 worth of Bitcoin. So what we want to do, we want to send this Bitcoin over to my Exodus wallet. Oh, actually, I'm not even using, let me pause this for a second. I'm not using the Exodus wallet in this video because Exodus, you have to have a minimum of $35, and I don't have a minimum of 35. I only have $22 worth of Bitcoin. So I'm not going to use Exodus for this example or for this tutorial. I'm going to use Binance.us. So Binance.us, you're able to send Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I don't believe there's a limit, but if there is a limit, it's definitely not $35, and it's definitely not $22 on what I have here. So I'll be able to actually exchange that, because what we want to do, we want to exchange Bitcoin into Ethereum. The reason why is because Ethereum is the way that we could get hex. So I know it sounds like a lot of steps, but this is the way that I'm showing you guys, because this is the way it's convenient for me at the moment, because I don't have any bank accounts, right? I never really like banks and stuff like that. So I have prepaid cards, Bitcoin. I'm gonna have prepaid cards. I have PayPal, and I have Cash App. All right, that's where my money is stored. So you can't use any prepaid cards to buy Bitcoin or to buy crypto in general. So I have to go through these loops to get Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever type of crypto there is. So now there is websites and exchanges that you could just use your debit card and buy Ethereum straight out. So if you do have a legit bank account and stuff like that, you don't have nothing to worry about, then hey, I suggest you just go on to Binance.us or go on to crypto.com, or any other exchange that you could buy crypto on, and I suggest you just using your debit card to buy Ethereum straight out, or to buy Bitcoin straight out. But you want to buy Ethereum in this case, since we're converting our Ethereum into hex. All right, so that's pretty much what you should do. But we're going to do it this way, and also there may be other people that don't have the luxury or don't really like having banks, you know. So we're doing it this way so we could make sure everybody is accounted for all across. All right, so now let's continue playing this. So right now, as we see, I have 0 Bitcoin. This is now, remember I was saying that exchanges have their wallets too. This is Binance. This app right here that's open. This app is called Binance.us, and they have their own wallet. Now I wouldn't keep all my crypto in here. I'll keep a little amount, you know, or for trading and stuff like that. But there's external wallets that I'd rather keep my crypto on. So right now, as we look, I have a 0 balance of Bitcoin. I have a 0 balance, well, not a 0, but 78 cents worth of Ethereum in this wallet. So we're gonna transfer this Bitcoin. Well, we're gonna transfer the Bitcoin from Cash App, and we're gonna transfer it to Binance, okay? And the reason we're doing that is because we want to convert it to Ethereum. We can't convert Bitcoin to Ethereum within Cash App, because all Cash App has is Bitcoin. We'll click. So right now we're gonna click deposit, the green button on the left, bottom left, and that's gonna show us our Bitcoin address. So that's our Bitcoin address right there. It starts on 13, ends in a HC. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna copy this address, paste it to clipboard. So let's open up this Cash App app. Cash App. All right, so we got that open, and now we're gonna go right here. We're gonna click the home page, And now once we click the home page, we're gonna click the Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin, we're gonna click withdraw. Withdraw. And now it's gonna show the amount that we want. This is the amount. We're gonna just cash out all of it because since we have a small amount, it doesn't make sense to cash out like half, like just one. We're gonna just do all of it. So 205402. Once we have all our Bitcoin sent in and what we want to send. All right, so now since we already copied it, it has this already saved. So remember, it started in 13 and ended in HC. We don't see all that, but we see the 13, so we know that's the right address. So we just click this right here, or you could copy and paste that right there. But this is enter your Bitcoin wallet address. This is where it's going to. All right. All right. So now that we have that paste, we're just gonna click next right here. So once we click next, it says please confirm. Yep, that's confirmed. And then cool, right there, you initiate it. It will withdraw of that's the amount that we want of Bitcoin. This is gonna take like about maybe because since it's going through the blockchain, it's probably gonna take like about 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes give or take. So this once this goes through, then I'll show you guys how it looks on the other end when it reaches Binance. So right now, if you look at the time right here, it says 4:11, and it shows that our Bitcoin is at 0. And we'll look at the time to see actually how long this transfer took to get there. So now, all right, so right here, now it's 4:14. So it was just 4:11 when we sent that Bitcoin over from Cash App to Binance, and it just took about 3 minutes for it to get there. So now if we look, yes, it's right in here, 4:14, and that's our value, $22.33 of US dollars worth of Bitcoin. All right, so now what we want to do, we have this Bitcoin, but we still can't do anything with it since we want to get Hex. All right, what we want to do is turn this Bitcoin into Ethereum because we want to get Hex. So we got to trade it. But we're gonna go to markets right here, then we're gonna go to BTC, and then from BTC we're gonna scroll down and we're gonna click this right here, HEXBPD. Okay, that's where we're trading. We want to get this ETH. We want to get Ethereum. So we click that. All right, so this pops up right here, and now what we want to do, we want to buy. All right, so we click buy right here. Now this pops open. That also has an option again for buy and sell, but we're gonna buy it. All right, so I click this 100% right here, and then this pops up. It shows that I'm using all the 100% of my Bitcoin to buy ETH. So then right from there, I'm gonna click buy because you see this 002. That's 002. It has pretty much all of it. It just shows 33 because it has to subtract the mining fee as well. So we have 2045. I'll hit this buy ETH in order to create it. So once this order is created, it shows the buy limit. It shows how much was sold so far, which is 9%. And this would eventually go up all the way to 100% once it's fully bought, or once it's fully traded, I should say. So now as we look, our buy limit is 100% complete. So now we have our Ethereum from our Bitcoin. So let me scroll through this. We see our Ethereum balance. If we're looking at our wallet right here, our Ethereum balance is $22, and our Bitcoin balance is $0.23. So we traded our Bitcoin for Ethereum. So what we want to do right now, we want to our next step, because remember we have to use MetaMask in order to get this hex, right? There's no other way around it. We have to use MetaMask. So right now our Ethereum is on the Binance app. We want to take this Ethereum from the Binance app and we want to put it into MetaMask, okay? So like how Bitcoin had its own address, how we had an address from here, our Ethereum in our MetaMask wallet is going to have its own address. These are different wallets too, by the way. Mu wallet, this is a Coinbase wallet, MetaMask wallet, Exodus wallet. You know, it's a few wallets. I'll make a separate video to show you guys the pros and cons of each wallet and what wallet is useful. All right, so now we open up this MetaMask. All right, so now MetaMask is open. Now you're gonna see here that I have account number 2, right? And there's you can make to my best of my knowledge, you can make unlimited amounts of different accounts on MetaMask, or you can make a lot of accounts on MetaMask, right? So each account will have a different address. Okay, so you can have a 0 balance in one account for Ethereum, and then you can have another account number 4, that has $2,000 worth of Ethereum. All right, so it's pretty much how many wallets or whatever wallets you pretty much need. You know, it's up to you. So now this is account number 2, but we want to send it to account number 1 because I already have some Ethereum on account number 1, so it just makes more sense. Okay, so now account number 1 shows that I have 53 cents worth of Ethereum. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this address. This is the address right here. Okay, now if we look, OX6 ending in 71. All right, that's our address. So we know once we paste that address into Binance, because remember, we're gonna withdraw our Ethereum from Binance, and we're gonna put it into this MetaMask wallet so we could use MetaMask. Now we're okay. So now we're in Ethereum and in Binance. We're gonna click withdraw, and then once we click withdraw, we're gonna enter the amount that we want to withdraw. Like I said, we're gonna enter the max, because there's no point of keeping anything on here. This is pretty much for demonstration purposes, so I'm just gonna pretty much put all of it. Now we got the address right here. Remember the one ending in 0x6, so we know that's the right one. So now that's our fee that we'll pay, and this is how much Ethereum that we'll get. So it's more of a heftier fee than what the Bitcoin fee was, and that's one thing you'll notice about Ethereum. Ethereum has a lot of fees. Okay, so now I just clicked withdraw, and they send you different security codes, or security authorizations, I should say. So I just put that in through the text, and then they'll send an email over, and then I have to confirm it through the email as well. So you could, I believe you could adjust that to your liking if you want to have all those security features. It could be annoying to some people, so I don't believe you have to have all those features, but if you do like security, then that's the good thing about Binance. So somebody, if they have your password or something like that, they necessarily don't have your phone, they necessarily don't have your email, so that's what it is. All right, so now we received the email, we confirmed it. So now this is gonna take a little bit of time, probably maybe 5-10 minutes for it to get over, but we're gonna skim through that. So now let's go to our MetaMask wallet. You want to make sure you get your MetaMask wallet, and if you just search that in Google, you'll have 2 pop up. You'll have the MetaMask official website, which is metamask.io, or you'll have Chrome, google.com. That'll pop up, and you can just put the plugin in. I believe if you have Firefox, if you use a Firefox browser, I believe you can use MetaMask as well on Firefox. It's definitely not going to work with Safari or any other like Internet Explorer or whatever it may be. It's just it's going to work for Chrome, and it's going to work for Firefox, and that's it. So now if we click this MetaMask plugin, it'll show the amount of Ethereum that we received. Okay, so this amount of Ethereum, this was from yesterday's recording that you guys just seen, that screen recording of what I sent over to this MetaMask wallet. Okay, so now when it dropped, remember that fee that we paid, it was like $20 or $21, something like that. But that mining fee that we paid for the Ethereum to go through, it dropped a little bit. So now what we want to do is we want to transfer this Ethereum, and we want to put it in this lobby, right? There's different ways that we could do this, though. There's different ways that we could get Hex. Okay. This is part of this explanation of how do you transfer ETH into Hex. So now I kind of showed earlier the other 2 ways that you could get it. You get it through Uniswap, or you get it through Mooniswap, right? So now the best deal that we're gonna get pretty much is through hex.com. The reason why that's the best deal, we'll do the math, right? and it has to do with referral codes. But right now, let's see, what do we have? We have we got to do some math though. So right now we have 0.05 worth of ETH. So let's pop this open. So right now, if we look and see, this is the hex.com, the go.hex.com transformation lobby that we're in. It's also called the adoption amplifier. So if you ever hear me say the adoption amplifier, then that's what this transform lobby is. Okay. So right now at this moment, and this is gonna drop, trust me, this right here, right now 1 ETH is worth 5.5 million hex, right? That is gonna drop because this day just started and not enough people put ETH in, and not enough people already, they didn't deposit Ethereum in. If you look at the past days, these were the trends. So I was looking like 8,000, sometimes 6,000s, high 6,000s to be the trend by the end of the day. In a 24-hour period, this what is the average of what it'll be. So right now, this is nowhere near. So this is why it's looking like we're gonna get a good deal. Somebody that hasn't really been following Hex in the past, they're gonna look at, wow, we're gonna get 5 million hex right now. So let me put this in. No, this is gonna drop because the day just started. Not enough people put hex put ETH in so far. Okay, so yeah. So now if we can't really follow this one because this is not accurate. Okay, the day just started, so we could always follow the day before. Okay, so now if we look right here, hex available 510 million, right? What that means is that hex.com or hex, the crypto, and remember, this is the phase where it's being launched. It's still in the launch phase. So what they're doing in the launch phase is that they're releasing 510 million hex per day, right? So now, how is this $510 million hex split up per day? It's split up by the people that put Ethereum in. Okay, so now 1 Ethereum, this is yesterday, remember, or you could say 2 hours ago, 1 Ethereum was worth 65,000 hex. So now, just so you can see the math, 7852 times 65,000, 510, and that's 510. Okay, so it shows what that 1 Ethereum is. Now say for example, right, if we're looking at today, say for example, if something weird happens and only 93 people put in not 93 people, but people put in only $93 worth of I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Not $93, but if people only put in 93 Ethereum coins, and then that means that if you put in 1 ETH, you're gonna get 5 million hex. That'll be crazy, but that's not gonna happen because there's gonna be more people putting in ETH. Okay, so for example, if you put in half a ETH, then you'll be getting 2.5 million hex, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at the deals, right? Because I remember I was saying before on this is going to be the better deal than Uniswap and Mooniswap. Now, if we look at Uniswap, 1 ETH was 85,000. If you look at Mooniswap, 1 ETH was 84,000. Now, if you look over here, you may be like, wait a minute, those are the better deals because yesterday 1 ETH was only worth 65,000. While that might be true, this is where I'll talk about the referral code, because the referral code is going to give you, now if you use your own referral code, it'll give you 30 or 32% more hex. If you use somebody else's referral code, then you'll get 10% more hex. Okay, so say for example, if somebody uses your referral code, they'll get the better deal most likely. As of now, they'll get the better deal on Uniswap or MoniSwap. But now if they use their own referral code, or if you use your own referral code, you'll get the better deal overall between all three exchanges. So now, for example, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So this right here, this is your referral code. So you'll want to copy and you'll want to paste this in the web browser, and then this will eventually turn back into hex.com. Once it turns into hex.com, you know that you have your own referral code in. Okay, so now let me go back over here. Okay, so now we're still in the referral. So now let's do the math real quick so you guys can see why by self-referring is the better deal. So okay, so 65,000 times, because it's first going to work out like this. You're first going to get the 10% from the refer, and then it's going to take that amount from this total, and then plus the 10%, and just going to times it by the 20%. So it's going to do the 10% first, because if somebody uses your referral code, they'll get 10% and you'll get 20%. Okay, vice versa. If you use somebody's referral code, you're going to get 10% more, they're going to get 20%. But if you use your own referral code, you're going to get the 10% and the 20%. Okay, so now let's times this 65,000, because this is the amount of hex that was worth 1 ETH yesterday or 2 hours ago. We're going to times that by 0.10. We do that first. It's going to say 65,000, right? So 65,000, 6,500. So we're going to take this, because this is the extra hex that we just got from the 10%. We're going to take this and we're going to do plus right here, 65,000. So 65,000 times plus 6,500. That brings us to 71,500. That's after the 10%, but don't forget, we got to get the 20% also on top of that. Okay, so now we're going to do times 0.20. Oops. And that's an extra 14,300 x hex. So the first one was after the 10%, it was 71,500. So plus 71,500, and that equals a total of 85,800 hex. So you may look at Uniswap, because this is definitely a better deal than MoniSwap. MoniSwap was 8,400, right? I mean, sorry, 84,000. Uniswap was 85,818. So if we look over here, you could say, all right, you could say this technically was the better deal using Uniswap, because it has 18 more hex. But you got to think about this though as well, is that the gas fees you're going to be paying more in gas fees, because Uniswap, it naturally has more. And I'm going to get into gas fees in a little bit, because I'm just now telling you guys about gas fees, like without those gas fees. But you're going to be paying more in gas fees using Uniswap than you would just using hex.com alone. Okay, because then when you buy here, say for example you exchange it right here to Uniswap, not only are you paying gas fees for this, but you also got to be paying gas fees to get it transferred to hex.com. I mean, well, not through here, but to your MetaMask. Okay, so right now, as we speak, and you want to do this math, if you really care about like saving like a few extra dollars or whatever it may be, or you may be saving like a few tens of dollars. It really depends on the day, but depending on what your budget is and stuff like that, then you'll do this math. If not, if you really don't care, then don't do the math and use whatever exchange that you want. But keep in mind though, if you do want extra hex, then use your referral code or use somebody else's referral code to get the extra hex. Okay. All right. So now let's go. Let's deposit some ETH in this lobby. All right. Right here, this is our transformation lobby. All right. Let's explore this a little bit. So now if we go to go.hex.com, this is what we see right here. We got the transfer, we got the stake option, we got some free claim. I'm not gonna go into free claim because if you're watching this video, you might be pretty much most likely you're new, so you don't have any Bitcoin. And when I mean don't have any Bitcoin, there was a snapshot date, which is like last year. And if you didn't have any Bitcoin, like you can't even claim anything, any free hex. So I'm not gonna really go into that. But if you do, then there's videos that are explaining it to other people. So this is the referral code, and this is the transformation lobby, and this is where we're gonna put our ETH into hex. So now we have 0.05 ETH. Now remember I was explaining earlier about gas fees. Gas fees pretty much is what the mining fee is. All right, it's kind of like how Bitcoin has a mining fee, Ethereum, their mining fee is pretty much called gas fees, and it pretty much keeps the transactions going. Okay, because if there was nobody mining, then there will be nobody, like no transactions being made. Okay, so we're not going to transfer this whole thing in because there's a few steps. We're gonna stake it, right? So if we're gonna stake it, you got to think about this, right? We got to pay a mining fee to enter the lobby, right? We got to pay a mining fee to exit the lobby, which is right here. This is for a day that I didn't exit yet. All these other days I already exited. Okay, and what it means is pretty much you're putting your ETH in. That's one transaction. Taking your ETH out, taking your hex out, because it turns into hex. Taking your hex out, that's another transaction, right? That's another gas fee. And then when you stake it, that's another gas fee. Okay, so we're not gonna put this whole amount in because we got to make sure we have enough to cover the gas fees. Okay, so we'll probably put maybe like about 16, not even 16, probably like maybe $15 worth of ETH, or yeah, $15 worth of ETH. All right, so now we're gonna hit enter, and I was gonna show the amount that we have available, 0.053. We're not gonna put 0.053. .0. Let's see what 4 is. And when we hit enter, it's not going to automatically do it. We still got to see the gas fee. So the gas fee ain't looking that bad. It's actually 93. Well, we have a total of 18, and then this is 16. Because I want to make sure we have enough for to exit this one and to stake it, so you guys can see what it is. So I really don't have to worry about exiting that one yet. So it's all good. 15. Yeah, it's all good. Let's do that. Let's So yeah, this is cool. We'll take this one. We'll take the gas fee. The gas fee is 93. And now if we go here, we go to edit. We'll pay a few extra cents more, but the transaction will go a lot faster. Okay. Because right now, this is it'll take only 1 minute and 36 seconds. It's not really that bad. So actually we'll leave it. But sometimes this right here, when it says slow and when it says average, slow could be like 18 minutes or 30 minutes. It really depends how clogged up the Ethereum chain is. Because like I said, there's a lot of coins that run on Ethereum. So the more busier it is, the more slower it is, and the higher the gas fees will be. Okay, so this could be $15 or $20. Gas fees could be pretty expensive. It depends on what's going on in the crypto world. But right now, for it being 85 cents and this fast, is not that bad. So we're just gonna leave it. And it dropped up a little bit, 93 cents. See what happens. So we're gonna hit confirm. And yeah, let's do that. Confirm. So this would take like a few seconds, 20 seconds, 60 seconds, or whatever. And then once that goes through, then this right here, I don't believe it wouldn't turn the exit yet. It wouldn't turn green because the day's not over. Once this day is over, once these next 22 hours happens, this enter button would then turn to a green exit button. Since the day's over, you can't put any more hex in. I can't enter any more into this lobby, into this day, I mean, in 308, because that day already passed. I can only exit. Okay, which is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna exit my $3,900. I mean, 3,980 hex from this day. So we're gonna do exit, and actually right here, if we look at it just shows up right here. See, so now it says that I have 287,000 hex from this small amount. That would be nice, but like I said before, this is a fraction of this, and this hasn't changed yet. Okay, this hasn't changed yet. We have 22 hours to go, so I'm not gonna have all this hex by the end of the day. So now we can still enter if you want, but we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do, we're gonna exit this hex that we have left in from day 308. So we're gonna hit exit, and like I said, we gotta pay another gas fee. So 97 cents. Let me just reject real quick because I want to see what I got left. So I have $4.12 worth of ETH. So we got enough. We got enough to exit this lobby, and we have enough to stake it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to stake. So let's exit. Confirm. Let's look at the gas fees real quick, just to show. See, the gas fees went up a little bit. You know, it could go up that quick. It could go even higher, real fast. So just always keep in mind, check it out, see what works best. It hasn't checked that slow. I don't know why I'm checked that slow. I'd rather check that average. You know, if I really wasn't penny managing right now, I'll just do half. But you know, we'll just do fast just in case. You know, it is what it is. Just for example, it's only a few cents more. Confirm. Now that's gonna exit, and as you see right here, my hex balance is 0. But this is gonna change once this exits, because I'm getting my hex. You know what I mean? I gave them the ETH, they're giving me the hex. So now this right here, it still shows it. It may take like a few more seconds or whatever, but this is pretty much exiting right now. All right, cool. So that is exited just now. Just finished exiting that. So now I have my my $16 worth of ETH, which is the 3,980. That's what it shows right here. So that's what I have on my account right now. My ETH balance and my MetaMask wallet went down to $2.98 from the hex that we just staked. And I mean, sorry, not staked, but from the hex. I mean, from the ETH that we just put in the lobby, and from the gas fees. Now it's at $2.98. But this should be enough for us to be able to stake our hex. All right. So so now we're gonna stake this right here. We're gonna go to stake, and we're gonna see our amount of hex that we have. Now, you may be thinking like, why do I only have 3,980? And I have this right here, but the 3,980, that was because this day was over. Like, this day isn't over yet. If we was to wait 22 more hours, then this number right here will rise, because it will give us that hex that we have. All right. So, but we don't have that yet. We gotta wait. But we're not gonna wait, because I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. So, so now I'm gonna hit the max right here, because I just want to put the max in, and we're gonna stake this amount. So now this is where it gets kind of interesting. So let me organize this real quick, because I want to show you guys the end dates and the start dates. So now, remember that big payday thing I was talking about earlier? The big payday is pretty much after day or I should say on day 353. Remember, the adoption amplifier period, or the transform period, ends on day 351. That's the last day that you're able to transform on this website ETH into hex. After that date, you're not going to be able to transform it on this website. You're only going to be able to use Uniswap and Mooniswap. So that means that on this day, on day 351, that's the last day you're also going to be able to earn extra hex with your referral code, right? So another thing that this also means is that this is the last day. Day 351 is where you're gonna be able to put in ETH for Hex on the hex.com, on go.hex.com, and receive extra Hex back, not just from your referral code, but receive extra Hex back from the big payday. The big payday is for stakers. They're gonna get, I'm not really too sure, it's not really like, you're gonna get like 2 times more, 2 or 3 times more of the Hex that you stake on the big payday. Okay, now say for example, if I stake let's say 9,000, right? If I stake, or 10, make it easier, 10,000, and I get back 2 times that amount, so I get back an extra 20,000 Hex. I stake 10,000 Hex, and and for the big payday, since I staked it before day 351, I staked 10,000 Hex, and they're giving me 20,000 Hex back. I'll get that back on the big payday, but depending on when I chose to end my stake, that's when I'll actually receive it. Because the big payday is on day 354, they'll reward me that extra Hex, but I won't be able to access that extra Hex from the big payday until my stake is complete. So if I put my stake to be complete on my birthday in year 2023, I won't be able to access that big payday Hex until 2023. Okay, so let's go to stake. So right now we have 3,980 in Hex. So now this shows right here how many days that I want to have it staked for. So now say for example, we go to November 19th is day 354, I believe. Yeah, day 354, and it's highlighted in black because that's the day of the big payday. So I can stake all the way. Say I'm gonna stake all the way up, right here. It's always gonna have this little yellow caution sign. It'll say increase your stake length for bonus shares. What they mean by the bonus shares is that they mean for the extra Hex that you're gonna get for the big payday. So now the big payday is on November 19th. If I click this, then that yellow caution is gonna go away, and it'll show the extra Hex that I'm gonna get on the big payday. Okay, so now if I put the 18th, I'm not gonna get that extra Hex that I'm not gonna get it at all. That's pretty much 2 times, like a little bit less than 2 times more Hex just from staking on this day. So like, if you're in it for the short term, then that's a cool thing to do. I'm in it for the long term. I'll show you my staking ladder to show you how long I'm staking for. You can have multiple stakes. It's not like you just have one stake. You can have multiple stakes ending at different times. So you could if you're here for the short term, then you'll still, like I said, it's not financial advice. I'm not predicting on, I'm not saying that it's guaranteed that you're gonna earn double. But if you're gonna get double Hex and the price stays the same, you're pretty much doubling your money just for staking until November 19th. Now I'm not sure how this market is gonna go. I'm not sure if everybody's gonna end stake on this day, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just going on what I think is gonna happen. And if you want to do I have short-term stakes ending too on this day, on November 19th. I'm like, once that day comes, I can either sell the Hex for Ethereum and then turn it to dollars, US dollars. I could do that, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a separate video because it's really way too long. It's already long as it is, but I will show you guys how to do that. But it really depends on what the day is looking like. The day, if I want to sell it that day, or if I want to sell some of it that day on a big payday to get some money back, like maybe just get the money that I invested and then stake the rest, I could do that. Or I can sell a lot. It really depends. And it also depends on what the price is. Because right now, if we look at nomics.com, the price of Hex at this moment is 0.004. That's the price of Hex. Okay, so 1 Hex is 0.004. Now, this price could jump up crazy. We don't know. You know what I mean? It already jumped up crazy. Because if I click on this hex right here, right, it's gonna show me the chart of where it was before. Now, if you would have, I'm late to the game, right? I'm late to the game, and I'm showing you guys a little bit later. Now, if you guys would have put in back in like January or something like that, look at the price here. Look at this price. You see this? Look at that price. 0.00009. Look how many zeros is in front of that. You know? Look how many zeros that is. Zero. Look at this. This is a low. This is at the bottom. If we would have put around here, this is crazy. You would have got so much hex back this day. 0.00006. The bottom was on January 3rd. This is January 1st. And I'm going to show you guys through hex.com what it looked like on January 3rd, how much hex people got back from 1 Ethereum. But you would have, I'm not going to say you would have been a million, because it really depended on how much you put in on this day if you did. But this price jumped. Now look at this, 0.006, 0.00006, right? Now if you look all the way up here, that was on January 1st. Now if you look over here, that was when it was at the top. It was at the top on May 12th. It was at 0.006. Okay, now that's 2 zeros in front. I believe that's like a 10. I believe that's a 10x gain or 100x gain. I forgot what it was. But the people that put in like 1,000, they got back either 10,000 or 100,000. And the people that put in 10,000, they either got 100,000 or they got back 1 million. So just from that jump, and the crazy thing is that this is still the launch period. This is not even fully out yet. That's the crazy thing about this. That's why I'm so eager to put my money into this crypto, because it's showing the potential gains and it's not even fully out. And then the staking makes it even better. The big payday makes it even better. Think about this. Think about the people that put in over here on January 1st, January 3rd, and they didn't cash out yet over here. Imagine if those people that put in that day, if they stayed and they staked past the big payday. So if you were supposed to get 100,000 over here on this day, you may be getting like 300,000 after the big payday, because you're gonna get back, I don't know, 2-3 times the amount of coins that you put on this day. If you're ending on the big payday or around there, you see what I mean? And then that's if the price doesn't even if it doesn't even go up. So it's crazy. Like just looking at it's wild. So that's what it is. This is where the price was at the highest, and right now it dropped, and it's still not that bad. It's still close to where the all-time high was. The all-time high was 0.006, and we're at 0.004. So, like I said, I have a feeling when the big payday happens, I believe personally that this price is gonna go up, because I think more people's gonna stake. I really don't think people are gonna. I think some people are gonna sell. I think a good amount of people are gonna sell actually when they get the extra. But I think a lot of people are gonna stake since they have the extra hex. I think they're gonna stake. They might sell some, but they might stake some of it as well. So if that price goes up, then it's gonna be wild. But anyways, that's just showing what this price was. Okay, so now we go back to this staking. You see, on this big payday, we'll get 6,744. But now this number right here, this number jumps the further along we go into the years. The most days you can stake, I think, is 5,555 or something like that. That's about 15 years, I believe. So you can stake 15 years at a time for the maximum. I mean, and then I don't believe you can stake any more any longer than that for each stake. So the highest stake that I have right here is 5,510 days, which ends January 1st, 2035. Okay, so the longer you're staking, the more you're gonna get back on a big payday. The larger of amount of hex that you stake, the more you're gonna get back on the big payday. Okay, so now let's go see. Now if I look over here, I can see all the stakes that I have, right? Like I said, I have a good amount ending on the big payday and the day after the big payday. So you know, I'm not gonna have this stake end right here. It's a small stake, so it really doesn't matter, but I'm not gonna have this stake end right here on the big payday or anywhere near it. Let's see what's the all right, so day 645, I only have one stake ending, and I have a very small stake ending that day. I believe this is on my birthday on 2021. So I already have a good, you know, not a super big one, but you know, a good one ending 2022. I have a good one ending 2023, a good one ending 2024, decent one 25, and then 29. I kind of want to have it every 10 year. I mean, every year for 10 years, and then have one big one on the 15th year. That's my personal staking ladder. You know, I might switch it up a little bit depending, but I kind of want to have one every year for the next 10 years. So so right now I have this one right here. Next year for 2021 is weak. It's only 4,300 a hex. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stake it. I'm gonna take what I have, I'm gonna stake it for that day. So let me go right here. Remember, you just go right here to this calendar, pop that open, and it's 2021 September 6th. So okay, so now let's do that. Let's stake it for this amount of days, 331, and the end day is 645, which is September 6th, 2021. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna stake it. Don't forget, we gotta pay another gas fee. But this gas fee, well, this gas fee is even more. You see what I mean? So gas fees can fluctuate. You know, we was paying like 97 cents. That's weird because this total. Let's do the fast one. Now look at that. 23 minutes, 3 minutes, 54 seconds. You see how that time jumped up? I told you could jump up. So now in this situation, it makes sense to pay the extra, you know, 48 cents to save some time, or the extra 40 cents to save 23 minutes. We're not trying to wait that long. We're just going to do it fast. So pay the extra few cents. So good, we got it. So let's do it. All right. So that's going to take a few seconds. And then once that takes a few seconds, it's going to pop right over here in the active stakes. And it's going to show pending. It's going to show pending because that stake doesn't actually start till tomorrow. That's the first day that it starts. And then it'll start, like the progress will start. So right here, it'll show the progress on these stakes. Okay, so I started staking. My earliest stake was 285. Was on day 285. That's when I first staked. And when you look at these days, this pretty much means what day it is from the beginning of the adoption period or the launch period. Because now, for example, if I go to transform, if I scroll all the way down to the beginning, right to the bottom, pretty much day one was on December 2nd, 2019. All right, day two, December 3rd, and so on and so forth. Day three, December 4th. December, day 351 is November, take away from 3, like November 16th. And day 354 is November 19th, which is the big payday. So right now we're on day 313, and then so on and so forth. And then the days are still gonna keep adding up after day 351. Like the adoption amplifier, like that period is gonna be done, but for staking purposes, they're gonna keep track using the same days that, you know, So pretty much day 365 is going to be December 2nd, 2020, because that's pretty much a full year. See what I mean? Or actually, I think we had a leap year this year, so it'll be day 366 or something like that. I went through. So like if we look right here, it'll show pending until tomorrow, and then that's when on day three, what is it? Yeah, on day 314, because right now you see day 313. In 22 hours it would start on day 314. So that's what we have right there. And then the big payday that we're gonna earn for that day, ending that day, is 7,800. All right, so pretty much that's it. That's staking Hex. Now you can free claim it. What I mean by free claim it, you could just hold it and not stake it. You could just keep it in your wallet, in your MetaMask wallet. You could do that and then just trade whenever you want. But you're not gonna get the benefit of staking. And there's a lot more benefits of staking. Like there's this thing called shares, and I really don't know too much into it. That's something I'll be in another video once I learn more about it myself. But shares matter too, because that's the highest shares that I have in the stake. But when you look at when you go over here, this is the payout per share. So per 1 trillion shares, that's a T share is 1 trillion share. So per T shares, now this is the amount of hex. So for this day 76, people got 6 hex per 1 trillion shares. So now, say for example, if I didn't have a stake for that day, but if I did have a stake at that time, then I would have got back, what's that, 6? Say for example, if I would have had this one stake, this big one, 6 times 8, what's that, 46? 6 times 6, 36, like 48 hex in that day, you know. So it adds up, because that's just one day, you know. So the shares matter too. So yeah, that's that. Let's look at this list and see where we're at. Try to wrap up this video. So why stake your hex? I just explained it. How do you stake your hex? I explained that. How do you transfer ETH into hex? We got into that. What is the big payday? We got into that. Exploring hex.com. So let's explore hex.com a little bit. So we're on go.hex.com, but we want to go to hex.com. When you land on here, you're gonna get Richard Hart, the creator of it. That's this guy right here. He has a lot of videos. I'll link his profile in the description below, so you get the information from him as well. But when you first land on hex.com, you know, he explains about hex a lot better than I can. So he'll show you that. There's a few other videos explaining hex. It shows, you know, what hex has done. It'll show days, you know, time remaining for the big payday, 39 days, currently worth $780 million. But I believe the net worth is higher than that. Let's look at hex.com. Not mix. Well, this is the market cap is 1.5 billion. So who knows? So yeah, it just gives a little bit more about hex over here. It has some charts that you could look at. It has this Uniswap plugin right here. So this is pretty much Uniswap. We were just doing right here. There's a little bit of that. So just look at this website. It has pretty much all the information that you need to know. I'm not going to go into it. This video is already long as it is. So any other additional information I would put in a different video, or I will link any other videos, or you can just do your own research. But this pretty much, I'll go over this stakes, how much hex is staked. This is how much hex is staked right here, 13.6 out of the whole supply. This is how much is just like loosely like carried, like not staked at all. I was saying free claimed earlier. I believe that's the wrong term. Free claim is is when you free claim your this right here. I don't know why I was saying free claim, but when you just hold it, I don't know what that term is called, but when you don't stake it, you're just holding it. It may be free claim. I don't think it is though, but you're just holding hex, like opposed to staking it. You know, you're just holding it. So launch phase is the launch phase right here. Hex launch phase. It's that. Adoption amplifier, and also I have another chart here that shows how many addresses put their ETH into Hex through the hex.com website. It shows how much ETH was deposited so far. This is how much Hex was deposited. ETH was deposited into Hex through the adoption amplifier. So there's a lot more into it. There's a whole bunch of charts and stuff like that. I highly recommend going through hex.com. If you have like a few days off, I'll recommend this, whatever days off, to do your research on it, because hey, this thing could blow, and if it does blow, it's kind of like Bitcoin. I'm not gonna say it's too late to get into Bitcoin, because they're saying that Bitcoin could rise to like 100,000, even $1 million for a Bitcoin. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if it does, it's not too late, because Bitcoin right now is at $10,000. So it's not too late, and it's not too late to get into Hex neither, because Hex right now is extremely cheap, and you're gonna if you stake for that big payday, you're gonna immediately earn double or near double or more than double of the coins that you put in. So we explored hex.com. Now, is it a scam, right? My personal thoughts on Hex. Some people will say it's a scam because now when you put your ETH into Hex, right, into the adoption amplifier, it goes to one origin address. And the origin address is pretty much like a contract. It's pretty much like, remember how we were transferring Bitcoin from the Cash App wallet to Binance? That was an address, like Binance. My Bitcoin on Binance has a specific address. So people say that since when you put your ETH into that ego.hex.com adoption amplifier, to turn it into Hex, they're saying that goes into one wallet, and which is true. They're saying that wallet, like nobody knows who owns that wallet, and that it could be Richard Hart, the creator of Hex, that actually owns that wallet. And they're saying that he could just like pull the rug and take all the ETH and not do anything with Hex. But I just don't understand like why people are worried about where the money is going. It's like, if I go to Chipotle and I order some food, I order a bowl, I'm not asking the people where that money is going. It's an exchange. Like, I'm giving you the money, right? I'm giving you my money, and you're giving me the food. So I don't understand like why people are really worried about where the ETH is going that they're getting their Hex like in return. So I don't know. I don't think it's a scam. It just doesn't make sense. Already people made so much money on it, and why would there be a scam? This is my personal thoughts. Like I said, do your own research. I may be wrong. Don't base like your opinions on it from me or from others. Do your own research. But I'm thinking, why would it be a scam when this is built to generate so much more wealth? You see what I mean? It's kind of counterproductive, because the money that you can make from a scam, I believe from this, is actually less than you could actually make from a real product. Because this is a real product. It's already, even though it's in the launch phase, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. It's already done. It's been audited 2 or 3 times. Actually 3 times it's been audited. So yeah, me personally, I don't think it's a scam. I don't see why somebody would put themselves on Front Street for a whole year just to scam. I don't know. I'm not saying like people don't have bad intentions, but I just look at it from that point of view. Like, that's my opinion. Do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Do your own research, especially if you're scarce on money and you're putting your finances into this. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at it like a lottery machine. You know, just like look at it like, all right, like do your research, see what's up, see the loopholes, see whatever it is. You know, is you know, at the end of the day, it still is a gamble though, because the market could go bad or the market could go great. So nobody really knows. So it kind of like is putting your money in a lottery machine or a or something like that. But you know, you want to have a not just a regular. You want to have a calculated risk, pretty much. So you want to assess it, and then see the risk. You know, if it's a good risk or a bad risk, pretty much. Because everything that you put your money into in life in general is a risk. You know what I mean? I could put my money in Apple. Like Apple's doing good. It's still a risk. Like something could happen. Like Tim Cook could be like found for doing something shady, and then the stock will drop. You know what I'm saying? And Apple's a good product, but still, it still could drop. So anything you put your money into is a risk. Just do your research to find out if it's a good risk or bad risk. Okay, so that's my take on Hex. My personal take on it. Do your own research. Now, what should you do after watching this video? All right, I'm gonna put in the description below the links that you should get. The things that you should do. You should get a few wallets. You know what I mean? Your Exodus wallet. You should get Binance. You should get Cash App. You should get Crypto.com. You should get Exodus and MetaMask. You should get those. Right? That's definitely something you want to start off with. You want to get Bitcoin. You want to get Ethereum. That's the two main coins that you really want to hold. Anything else is optional, but you also want to hold Hex is why we're here. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, other than Hex, you want to hold Bitcoin and ETH, especially ETH, since you got to pay gas fees. You got to transfer ETH into Hex. So I would say ETH is more important than Bitcoin at this moment for you. You're just getting started. So I would say that. I would say you want to make sure you get your wallets. You want to make sure you get your Bitcoin and ETH, and eventually get Hex. And you want to make sure you do your research before you even buy any cryptos. Do that. And yeah, and then just get rolling and just see what works best for you for staking. Have a plan, but get ready. November 19th is right around the corner. And if you're watching this video after November 19th, it's all good. You can still stake. You can still stake Hex. You just won't get the big payday. That's all it is. You won't get that extra 2 times or 3 times or whatever it is. You won't get that, but it's all good. I would say you're still early, even if you're watching it then. Like me, I kind of feel late because all those people that made 100 times since January, I would say I feel late, but I'm actually kind of early. I got to be grateful for still being early, because if I was here after November 19th, then I wouldn't have gotten a big payday. But even if I was after November 19th, I'm still getting in when Hex just got launched, pretty much, because it's still in the launch period. So even if you get in, then it's all good. It's still stake. You can stake it. So as long as you can stake a coin, it's still kind of early, because it is what it is. But yeah, that's my take on Hex. If you have any other any questions, just put them down below. I'll have my referral code. If you want to use my referral code, I appreciate it. Maybe you could use it one time just to thank me for this information I put out. But if you want the best, if you want the most amount of Hex, then use your own referral code. You know what I mean? I got no problem with that neither. You want to get the most amount of Hex you can. Use your own referral code. And now for yourself, when you have your own referral code too as well, but you want to for the people that you tell, you want to you can tell them both ways. To be honest, it's up to you. You know what I mean? But you could give them your referral code as well, so that way you could get it a little bit. You get an extra 10%. But after November 19th, there is no referral codes. Well, actually, even before November 19th, I believe November 16th, because November 19th is the big payday. 3 days before the big payday, that's when the adoption amplifier period, the launch period ends. So, but before then, that's when it doesn't matter if you have a referral code or not, because you won't be able to use it anymore. So these next few weeks, crunch down, tell people about it. You know what I mean? Tell your friends, but you just tell them, hey, do your own research though, because You know how friends can be, friends and family. You know, sometimes they might they might get wrecked putting their money into something. You just be like, yo, like do your research first. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is, legit. I feel that it's legit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on here for 2 hours talking to you if I didn't feel that way. But you still want to get that warning for people to do their own research just in case. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got a lot of information about it. But yeah, make sure like you follow up and do what you got to do. Download those apps, those wallets, whatever applications on your phone, on your computer. Do your research, and yeah, just put your not financial advice, but throw your money into some staking and do whatever. All right, guys, peace.